Hi friends, what is up? I figured it is about time to talk about my fall knitting and crocheting plans. Normally, I wait. Maybe not even normally. I was gonna say normally I wait too late to talk about it, and then by the time I'm talking about it, the season has begun and I feel like I'm already behind. But I actually don't think that's the case. I think I just did that with summer. I did it a little bit later than I wanted it to. But the point is, I'm figuring we should do it now, a couple weeks before fall officially begins. But in my head, September is fall anyways, so I don't know. When do you guys consider it to be fall? You know what I mean? I think I consider it to be September. The month just feels like fall to me. Regardless, we're going to talk about the things that I'm hoping to crochet and knit this fall season. The list is very long. I am known to not complete the lists that I set out for myself, but I am slowly trying very hard to make things more intentionally and to challenge myself more with projects. So I'm hoping that I am able to do a lot of the things on this list. Some of them are probably repeats from summer, or maybe even the one that I did at the beginning of the year. I don't know. I haven't gone back and watched those videos, but I would assume that some of these are repeats just because I know I've gotten very sidetracked in the first 6 months of this year just because I was still in school, yada yada. So without further ado, let's jump in because I have a very long list that I want to share with you guys. Lots of thoughts and opinions on it. And of course, let me know down below what you guys are working on and what you're hoping to make this fall. Okay, so first up is a pattern that I've actually made before. My lovely friend Morgan has a beanie pattern. It is a Crayola beanie, I believe that's the original pattern for it, but she has a modified version to make it checkered that she has made, and of course I forced her to send me the instructions on how to do that. So I have made the checkered beanie once before. I made it as a gift for my girlfriend, but I want one for myself, so I would like to make that. I really like the shape of this beanie. Morgan does a really great job providing a lot of shaping, so there's not as much excess fabric at the top when you cinch it together. There's nothing wrong with that. I've made plenty of beanies that way. I just prefer the shape of Morgan's, even if it is a little more intricate, and the checkered nature of it makes me have to sew in 1,000 ends. I just think the pattern is really cute, so I very much want to make one for myself. I will probably use scrap yarn for this, stuff that I have laying around. I think I want to do warm tones. I made it in shades of green for my girlfriend, but I think I want to do maybe like an orange and a red for myself, or I think orange and pink is really cute, red and pink, something in that warm tone kind of area I think would be really adorable, or maybe matching a color with brown. I don't know. I have to see what I have. That's the first thing I want to make for myself. I don't know when I will do that. That's probably lower on my priority list just because it'll be a little bit quicker. So maybe I'll do that a little bit closer to the winter, as it gets colder and I'm wanting to wear a hat more. So that's going to be probably a little bit later on, but I do definitely want to make that for myself. Next up is something that I'm currently working on. I started it, I guess, in the summer. We're not in fall yet, but I'm going to consider it to be a fall make because I'll probably finish it for the fall. I don't know. Like I said, September for me is fall, so that's what we're going with. And it is M Knits' Winona polo. Like I said, currently working on it. I'm currently testing the heavyweight version of it. I am having such a good time doing this. I've posted a bunch about it on Instagram, TikTok. I think I've worked on it in some vlogs here and there on my channel. If I haven't yet, then I will coming up. I'm going to do a whole knitting diary making it. I'm very excited about this pattern. It's the first thing in a very long time that's brought me a lot of joy making it. I've had a good time making a lot of stuff recently, but this is the first one that I'm having to force myself to do all of my other work to then get to save this for the end, because otherwise I would spend the whole day working on it. So I very much love this pattern. I am so excited to have it done so I can wear it, but I'm also not like rushing myself to finish it. I'm enjoying the process. I'm learning a lot of new things from it, which is very exciting because I am, like I said, trying to challenge myself a little bit more with what I'm making. So I'm using Drops Nepal, the solid colors for this. It's my first time using Drops yarn. I really like it. It's a wool and alpaca blend. It's not the softest yarn that I've ever used. I'm not going to sit here and say that it is, but the price was right. You know what I mean? And it was really fun to be able to try a new yarn brand. I haven't done that in a while. I normally just stick with what I know. So I'm having a good time working on that. I'm doing it in a kind of reddish terracotta color, brown, beige, and green. Very fall colorway because, like, you'll probably be able to guess that's like my preferred color palette. So like I said, very excited to have this done, but I'm having a very good time working on it. Literally, I'm filming this video right now so I can edit it and then get to making the sweater basically. The next thing I want to make, I've had yarn for this pattern for a bit, and I think I talked about it in my summer video, like what I want to make this summer, and I never made it. Basically because I got too scared, but it's Petite Knit's Agnet cardigan. It is a brioche stitch cardigan. I believe it's worked top down. All of that is very intimidating to a girl who crochets more than knits, or knows more about crocheting, I guess. So like I said, I've had the yarn for a bit. I have this kind of like peachy orange yarn that I got from a yarn store down in Charleston when I went there for spring break. And then I have a like burnt orangey terracotta red kind of mohair to go with it, because I thought that would add some very interesting depth. I've never worked with mohair before, so I thought that would potentially be really fun. But for a while I was like, I should find something else to make with this yarn. I'm absolutely not going to tackle this cardigan, but I really want to push myself to do things that challenge me. I always am drawn to more complicated patterns, and then I kind of psych myself out of making them. So I think I'm going to bite the bullet and work through it and make this cardigan. I'm very nervous, but brioche stitch is so gorgeous, and I just think that I would wear this cardigan all the time. So I probably won't make that like next. I'll probably do a couple projects in between my Winona polo and then that cardigan, just to maybe pick up some more like skills from other patterns that I want to do before jumping into it, because I know it is complicated, but I am going to push myself and we're going to do it. I'm going to hold myself to it because I have the yarn for it, and I'll probably make a video about that one as well. So this next one, I don't have a name for. It's a vest pattern that I came up with sophomore year of college. You guys have probably seen me wear it before. I have gotten some requests to make a pattern or a tutorial about it. Not many, but I think people like the shape of it. And I don't intend to sell a pattern for it, so I figured I could do it as a YouTube tutorial. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I made it sophomore year of college. I don't remember how I made it. I remember like a little bit. It's not overtly complicated. It's a pretty beginner pattern, so I think I could figure it out pretty easily, but I need to go through and like write down what I did, and I'll probably make some edits to the pattern, whatever, but I'm probably going to do that at some point this fall, just because I would like to get into doing a couple of tutorials here and there. I don't think this is not going to become a tutorial channel. I'm going to pretty much keep it as what it is, but I figured I have some patterns that I don't intend to sell. I don't intend to like go through the whole testing process, you know, so I figured I could just do a tutorial. Why not? This next one, I don't know if I'm actually gonna do. I put it on the list because I would really love to, but it's probably like the bottom of the list in terms of priority. And that is the Rory Gilmore sweater, the infamous one. I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. I really, really want to make this. I really do. But I just don't know if I'm going to have the time. It looks to be very complicated. I've done cables before, but I have not read a pattern with cables in the slightest. So I don't know if I'm going to end up doing it. I don't know. There are other things that I am going to prioritize more. This might end up being something that I do in the winter. Gilmore Girls just feels so autumnal to me. But I I don't know. I put it on this list as like kind of an optimistic, if I get to it, that would be awesome. But it would probably be something that gets bumped to winter, or I start it maybe in the fall and it gets finished in the winter. I don't know. I would very much like to make it though. It is super cute. I am from Connecticut, so I feel like I must make it, you know, I'm like living my Gilmore Girls life sort of thing. But I don't know, we'll see. I would not want to write a pattern for this. I'm definitely gonna need to find one that I can follow. I've seen some people on TikTok talk about different patterns, so I need to go through and see what patterns they've been following. I know some people follow the Moby sweater pattern by Petite Knit, because it is a similar looking cable sweater. However, I don't know if I want to do that one, just because I think that there are ones that look more similar to the one Rory wore in the show. So we'll see. The next one is another pattern that I saw and I was like almost immediately like, I need to make this. And that is the Colosseum top by Edsfart. It's a crochet top, and even though it's a crop top, it still gives me fall energy. I don't know, maybe it is the colors that the artist originally used, but oh my god, it is so cute. I've seen a lot of people make it. A lot of my mutuals have been making it. It just looks so adorable, and I would love to make it to wear while it's still a little bit warm out and whatever. I'll probably try to do it in like a neutral color so I don't just like force myself to wear it in one season. Like if I make it too autumnal, I can't wear it in like the spring or whatever. I don't know. So I'm gonna need to be like strategic with the color I choose. We'll see, but I just thought it was really cute, and I don't have a lot of crochet on this list so far, so I would like to do some crocheting because I also enjoy crocheting. I just really love knit sweaters, so that's why my list is so knit heavy. But I think I'm gonna pick up this top right when I need like to do some crocheting. My hands get sick of knitting. I really go back and forth. There are sometimes I'm just like craving crocheting, and other times I'm craving knitting. So we'll see. I'm excited to make that though. It's a very, very cute top. It's a very beautiful pattern. This next one is another knit. It is the Cinema Raglan by Beck's Knit. I've never done a knit raglan before, and I really, really love the shape of this sweater. I think it's gorgeous. When I saw it, the green color that the artist used just really popped, and I just think it's so beautiful. Like I said, did I say it? I say things and then I immediately forget, but I've never done a knit raglan. I would very much like to give it a try. It's very intimidating. In the list of things that scare me to try, that's probably right at the top, even though my friends who have made knit raglans are like, they're really, girl, they're not that hard. I just am intimidated. So I'm probably going to have to push myself to try that too, but I think that will teach me a lot of really great things about knitting, and it's just super gorgeous. I have some red DK weight yarn. I don't know what yarn this pattern calls for. I'll need to look into it, but I'm hoping it's DK because then I can make it in this like cute red color. I feel like that would be super adorable. I don't know. I'll look into it, but I'm very excited to make that. I think the pattern is really pretty, and I think I would get a lot of wear out of it. And like I said, I think it would teach me a lot of stuff. So like wins all around, you know what I mean? Okay, the last two are not patterns for other people. They're patterns for me. The first one is a patchwork cardigan. Yes, we're back in that era. No, we're not gonna make another hairy cardigan. But I have been seeing patchwork cardigans around, and I have the urge to make one. I think this time I want to knit it, potentially make it into a pattern, just because I have an idea of how to make it quite beginner friendly. So I don't know, we'll see. This is another thing that I probably am just gonna end up using scrap yarn for, as long as I have enough scrap yarn for it. I always think I have enough and then I'm worried that I don't, but regardless, I think that this would be a very fun pattern to make. Knit it, nice, fun, colorful cardigan. I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward and simple. I'm trying to write more patterns, especially more sweater patterns, because I enjoy making sweaters the most. So I would like to kind of cultivate my own pattern collections of sweaters. Does that make sense? I don't know if that sentence was, I don't know, in English, but I would like to start writing more knitting patterns. I would like to start writing more sweater patterns. is my overall point. So we're gonna work on that hopefully soon. I feel like that will be a quick project because I think I can make it pretty beginner friendly, so we'll see. And then last but certainly not least on my plans, I would like to knit my Halloween costume. The red hair and everything that you can't see because it's pulled back today. I would like to be strawberry shortcake. I love strawberry shortcake. You guys can probably tell from the amount that I wear my white strawberry shortcake sweatshirt. I think she's such a little cutie. I've loved her my whole life. I had those tapes that were pink and smelled like strawberries. So very much love her, and I think that would be just a cute little comfy Halloween costume that I can wear as I'm sitting home and passing out candy. You know, not going anywhere, not in college anymore, not going out, not going crazy, so something comfortable. But it's just gonna be, I think, white and red stripes. I know Strawberry Shortcake also has a different sweater that has more colors, maybe like pink and green also in it. I'm not sure, but I think I'm just gonna get more use out of just a standard red and white striped sweater post Halloween than the other one. The other one would probably be really cute. I just don't think I would reach for it. So I think I'm gonna make that. I think it's just gonna be a standard striped sweater, pretty basic, but I have yarn laying around that I can use for it, so I think that'll be perfect. All right, this was a very long list. I honestly, genuinely did not intend to make the list as long as I did. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'm trying to make things more intentionally. So I'm trying to focus on doing one or maybe two projects at a time, just so I have something to like bounce back and forth between so I don't get too burnt out on one. But I don't want to go crazy making too many things at the same time. So I have faith in myself that I can make all of these things within the next couple months as long as I focus and don't get ahead of myself. When I get ahead of myself is when I start abandoning all my whips. So we're being more intentional, we're gonna make things that bring us joy, and we're gonna challenge ourselves. That is the theme of these fall makes. Like I said at the beginning of this video, let me know what you guys are hoping to make down below, what you guys are working on currently, all that good stuff. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I'm very excited for fall. I love fall fashion. I'm not excited for the cold, but I'm excited for the colors and for sweaters. Essentially, that's what I'm looking forward to. If you guys liked today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. Come join our little community. It's a great time over here. If you want to check me out on other social media, it's linked down below. My shop is linked down below. I'm hoping to have a shop update within the next couple weeks, but more information on that to follow. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all so very dearly, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. Bye, everybody.